Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the videos useful, please subscribe to the channel. So in this video, we'll solve this word problem using the concepts of derivatives. So as per the problem, a real estate office manages 50 apartments in a downtown building. When the rent is $900 per month, all the units are occupied, and for every $25 increase in rent, one unit becomes vacant. On average, all units require $75 in maintenance and repairs each month. And how much rent should the real estate office charge to maximize profits? Now we have to find the rent amount that will maximize profits. So for that, we need the function for profit. So we'll use the given information to write the profit function. Now currently the rent is $900 per month, and for every $25 increase in rent, one unit becomes vacant. So the first step here is to use a variable. So we'll have to define the variable. So the variable here we can use is x, and x can represent the number of $25 rent increases. So we have to find how many $25 rent increases we should do. Should we increase the rent by just one $25 or two $25? That will be $50. So that is what X represents. So now we'll write the expression for the new rent if the rent is increased by X number of $25. So the current rent is 900, so the new rent will be 900 plus 25x. Now the occupancy of the apartments will become 50 minus 1x, because as per the problem there are 50 apartments in total and all of them are occupied, and for every $25 increase in rent, one unit becomes vacant. So if we increase the rent by X number of $25, so that means there will be 1x less apartments rented. So now we can use this expression for new rent and new occupancy to find the revenue function. So the revenue function for the company will be the new rent, which is 900 plus 25x times the occupancy, the number of units that will be rented out. So it will be 50 minus 1x, which can also be written as just 50 minus x. Now we know that profit is equal to revenue minus cost. Now we are also given the cost per month for each unit, and each unit requires $75 of repairs and maintenance each month. So there are 50 units in total. So the total cost will be 75 times 50. So the total cost is 3,550. So now we can use this information to write our profit function. So we know the profit is equal to revenue minus costs. So now, P is equal to, 900 plus 25x times 50 minus x, and then minus 3,750. Now we can simplify this expression. So here we can use FOIL to distribute the terms in the parentheses. So we'll multiply 900 by 50, then 900 times negative x, then 25x times 50, and then 25x minus negative x. So we get P equals, so 900 times 50 is equal to 45,000. And 900 times negative x is negative 900x. Then 25x times 50 is equal to plus 1250x. And then 25x times negative x is negative 25x squared. And then minus 3750. Now we can simplify this equation by combining like terms. So we get P equals, so we can start with the x squared term, so negative 25x squared, and now we can combine the x terms, so negative 900 plus 1250 is equal to 350 or positive 350x, and then we have to do 45,000 minus 3,750, which is equal to positive 41,250. So this is the profit function. Now we have to find the domain for this function. So for that we'll use the expressions we wrote for the new rent and occupancy. So now the rent has to be greater than 0. So the company cannot charge a negative rent or rent equal to 0. So for that our analysis will be, so we can start here. So 900 plus 25x should be greater than 0. Now we have to solve this inequality. So we subtract 900 from both sides. So we get 25x is greater than negative 900, and then we divide both sides by 25. So the 25 on the left side will cancel each other out, and we get x is greater than, so 900 divided by 25 is equal to 36. So we get x is greater than negative 36. Now similarly, the occupancy cannot be 0 or less than 0. So we should set the occupancy expression to greater than 0. And now we have to solve for x. So first we can subtract 50 from both sides. So the 50s on the left side will cancel each other out. So we get negative x is greater than negative 50. And now we can divide both sides by negative 1. So we get x is less than 50. So whenever we multiply or divide both sides of an inequality by a negative number, the inequality sign flips. So the domain for x is greater than negative 36 and less than 50. Now we have to find the derivative of the profit function, because we have to find x value that will maximize profit, and profit will be maximum at the peak of the graph of the functions. So we have to find the x value where the profit function forms peaks. So for that we'll find the derivative of the p function. So p prime is equal to, so for the first term, so the negative 25 is the coefficient, so it will stay as it is, and the derivative of x square is 2x as per power rule, and then plus, so 350 is the coefficient, it will stay as it is, and the derivative of x is 1, and 41,250 is a constant, so its derivative is equal to 0. Now we have to find the x values at which the tangent is horizontal, because at peaks the tangent will be horizontal. So we sub in the prime, p prime equals to 0, And then negative 25 times 2 is negative 50x plus 350. So now we have to solve for x. So we add 50x to both sides to move 50x to the left side of the equation. So the 50x on the right side cancel each other out. So we get 50x equals 350. And now we can divide both sides by 50. So 50 on the left side will cancel each other out. So we get x equals 7. Because 350 divided by 50 is equal to 7. Now this x value lies in the domain that we found for the profit function. So that means this is a valid value of x. So now we'll analyze the profit at 3x values, negative 36, 7 and 50, and then find at which x value the profit is maximized. So we'll start with p at negative 36. So we sub in x as negative 36, so negative 25 times negative 36 squared plus 350 times negative 36 plus 41250. So we are using the profit function, this equation. So p at negative 36. So we can sub in this expression in our calculator. Negative 25 times 30, negative 36 squared, and then plus 350 times negative 36 plus 41250. So I got negative 3750. So that will be the profit. Now we can calculate the profit at x equals 7. So we'll sub in x as 7 in the profit function. Four, 1, 2, 5, 0. So now we have to evaluate this expression. So p at 7 equals, so negative 25 times 7 squared plus 350 times 7 plus 41250. So I got 42,475. And this is dollars because these are dollar amounts. And now we have to calculate the profit at 50. So we'll sub in x as 50. So 90 times 50 squared plus 350 times 50 4150. So now we can evaluate this expression p at 50. So negative 25 times 50 squared plus 350 times 50 plus 41250 equals negative 3750. So by comparing these values, we can conclude that the profit is maximized at x equals 7. Now we have to find the rent that will maximize profits. So we'll sub in x as 7 in the expression for new rent. New rent equals 900 plus 25 times 7. So now we can evaluate this expression, and I got $1,075. So this should be the rent that will maximize profit. So these are the steps you have to keep in mind to solve a problem like this one. So it's very important to first understand that profit is equal to revenue minus cost. So we have to use X as the number of $25 rent increases to find the expression for the new rent and the new occupancy. and then use that to calculate the revenue function, and from that we subtract the cost function, because in this case every unit will require $75 monthly maintenance. So I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.